5. The real reason they died young. Ancient humans didn't die young because they were weak. They didn't die young because they were less intelligent. And they certainly didn't die young because they were somehow inferior to modern humans. The real reason was much simpler. Their world gave them almost no second chances. Every single day, they faced dangers we rarely think about. A failed hunt could mean days without food. A broken leg could end your life. An infected cut had no cure. A freezing winter could wipe out an entire tribe. One mistake, one unlucky moment, was often all it took. Yet despite living in one of the harshest environments in human history, they adapted. They learned. They invented tools. They mastered fire. They protected each other. And generation after generation, they became smarter, stronger, and more resilient. In many ways, you are alive today because they refused to give up. Every person on Earth carries a small part of their story. Their courage, their determination, and their incredible ability to survive against impossible odds. So perhaps the greatest mystery isn't why ancient humans died young. The real mystery is how they survived long enough to build the foundation of the modern world. Their survival became our future. 4. Ancient humans were stronger than you think. Many people imagine ancient humans as weak, primitive, and constantly struggling to survive. But the truth is exactly the opposite. In many ways, they were physically stronger than most people alive today. Think about their daily routine. There were no cars, no bicycles, no elevators, no machines to do the hard work. If they wanted food, they had to chase it. If they wanted water, they had to carry it. If they needed shelter, they built it with their own hands. Every single day was a full-body workout. Scientists studying ancient skeletons have discovered incredibly thick bones and powerful muscle attachments. These weren't the bodies of people who spent hours sitting down. They belonged to hunters, climbers, builders, and survivors. Some ancient humans walked more than 20 kilometers every single day. They crossed rivers, climbed mountains, dragged heavy animal carcasses back to their camps. Even children learned survival skills from a very young age. Strength wasn't a hobby. It wasn't exercise. It was the difference between living and dying. Ironically, modern humans have better medicine, better technology, and much easier lives. But when it comes to raw physical endurance, our ancient ancestors may have been far tougher than we are today. They didn't survive because the world was easy. They survived because they became strong enough to face it every single day. Title 3. Why so few people became old. Most people believe ancient humans died young because they aged faster than we do today. But that's not actually true. The real reason was far more heartbreaking. Many people never had the chance to become old. Life in the Stone Age was incredibly unforgiving. Food wasn't always available. Some weeks, a hunting trip brought home enough meat to feed the entire tribe. Other times, the hunters returned empty-handed. Days could pass with almost nothing to eat. Hunger slowly weakened the body. Children were especially vulnerable. Many never survived their first few years of life. Cold winters, dangerous diseases, accidents, and starvation claimed countless young lives long before adulthood. Even for those who survived childhood, life never became easy. Every single day demanded enormous physical effort. Hunting, gathering food, building shelters, making tools, protecting the tribe. There were no days off, no retirement, no easy life. And every year brought new dangers. Broken bones, infections, harsh winters, deadly predators. By the time someone reached 40 years old, they were already considered one of the oldest members of the tribe. Yet archaeologists have discovered something remarkable. Some ancient skeletons belonged to people who lived into their 60s, even their 70s. These individuals prove that ancient humans were capable of living long lives. The real challenge wasn't growing old. It was surviving long enough to get there. 2. Your greatest enemy wasn't animals. People often imagine that ancient humans spent every day running from giant predators. Saber-toothed cats, cave bears, hungry wolves. While those animals were certainly dangerous, they weren't the biggest killers. The deadliest enemy was something much smaller. Something ancient humans couldn't even see. A tiny cut from a sharp stone. A splinter buried beneath the skin. A broken tooth. Or a small scratch from a hunting accident. Today, these problems seem almost harmless. A bandage. A few antibiotics. Maybe a quick visit to the doctor. Problem solved. But 40,000 years ago, there were no hospitals, no medicine, no antiseptics, no vaccines. Once bacteria entered the body, there was very little anyone could do. A simple infection could slowly spread through the bloodstream. A painful toothache could become a deadly illness. Even drinking dirty water could introduce invisible parasites that weakened the body for months. Ancient humans weren't always defeated by giant beasts. Many lost their lives to microscopic enemies they never knew existed. Ironically, the smallest dangers often proved to be the deadliest. And surviving another day depended not only on strength, but also on luck. 1. The world was trying to kill you. Imagine opening your eyes 40,000 years ago. There is no soft bed waiting for you. No warm house. No locked door. No guarantee that you will even survive until tomorrow. You slowly step out of a cold, dark cave. The morning air is freezing. The only thing you hear is the sound of birds, and something moving in the distance. Today, just like yesterday, your mission is simple. Stay alive. Not become rich. Not become famous. Just survive one more day. Every step outside the cave is a gamble. Behind the trees, a saber-toothed cat may already be watching you. A hungry pack of wolves could be following your scent from miles away. Even a peaceful river can hide giant crocodiles waiting beneath the surface. Food is scarce. Clean water is never guaranteed. Nightfall brings even greater danger. There are no hospitals if you get injured. No medicine if you become sick. No rescue team if you disappear. One mistake. One wrong decision. One unlucky moment. And your story ends forever. This wasn't a nightmare. It wasn't a rare event. This was everyday life for ancient humans. Yet somehow, against impossible odds, our ancestors survived. But every sunrise came with a terrible price. And that was only the beginning.